I have fully preached the gospel of Christ. I remember when I was on staff here at Bethel with my dad back in the 70s. I was on staff here 73 to 78. I remember he came to the church once, and a phrase was used a lot in Christian, full gospel. And I remember he had a pastor friend in town that was a part of another denomination, one that wouldn't agree with some of the things that we think and believe about miracles or baptism of the Holy Spirit, whatever. And he said, he was just really honest and transparent with my dad. He said, when you guys use that term full gospel, it implies that you have the full message and we only have part. And he said, it's really an offensive term. And I remember my dad standing up before the church. He says, I'll never use that phrase again. I don't want to draw that line and create the picture. There's us and them. There's the haves and the have-nots. We have it all. They have lesser. There's an arrogance that creeps in that kind of approach. Here's one thing I've noticed. It doesn't matter where I go in the world, where I go, what group of believers I'm with, what denomination, doesn't matter. When they are experiencing God, there is almost an inbred attitude that comes in the move of God, that we are in the middle of what God is doing in the earth. And it would be really cool if everyone could learn from us. Because it's hard to imagine that God could be just doing something as great somewhere else. But how many of you at least are smart enough to say, yeah, we probably got just a small piece of the pie, and God's doing pretty significant things all over the earth. And there's that whole approach of full. There's the haves and the have-nots. I really want to make sure, I've never talked about this with you before that I remember, but I really want to make sure that we don't use terminology like that isolates or degrades another believer that is walking with God and is seeking the purpose and the will of God in the earth.